Hey guys, it's Z-Man here with another Yu-Gi-Oh video. This one is going to be my deck profile for Cyber Dragons in the February 2019 format. Make sure to like and subscribe for more and I'll keep the content coming. Now this deck is a going second OTK deck that is doing well in the format. It has the ability to break just about any board with the right hands. Now this deck is not at its absolute best at the moment due to Galaxy Soldiers being expensive, but this build is still very solid and I'm excited to share it with you guys. Now that that's out of the way, let's get into it. So to start off, you play 3 Cyber Dragons. They are the namesake of the deck, and you just run 3 because you get them very easily from the deck. It has a very good effect as well. You run 3 Cyber Dragon Core. Core is the searcher of the deck and nearly the only normal summon. And he has really good synergy against hand traps when combined with Cyber Dragon Veer. So Cyber Dragon Core can search just about any Cyber Spell or Trap, and then Veer can be summoned along whenever a Cyber Dragon is summoned, and so he can Chain Block and Ash Blossom, for example, in protecting the search for Core. That's why you run 3 of him. Also, you would run him for an extra body because of Cybernetic Overflow, because you need Cyber Dragon monsters with different levels. I also run 1 Cyber Dragon Hertz. I probably would bump him up to 2. I've been testing, but he's pretty good at 1. I mean, another machine duplication target, him and Core. And then I run 1 Solar Windjammer. I'm at level 5, and he's really good. He's even better than Cyber Dragon in some instances because your opponent does not have to control a monster. And then I run 1 Electromagnetic Turtle to stop battle phases. He's really good because he can be sent with Chimera Tech Rampage Dragon to the grave, and then you can just end your opponent's battle phase. And I run 1 Cyber Eltonin for a board wipe, and then I also run 1 Jizukiru because he's searchable with Cyber Repair Plant, and then I also run 1 Chaos Dragon Legionnaire. I recently pulled him and I thought that he would work well in this deck because all of the, well, not all of them, but a lot of the fusions are dark, so I can have a lot of dark and light monsters. Now for the spells, Triple Cyber Emergency, it's a really good card, and if it gets negated you can discard a card to basically use it again. This is probably the most expensive card in the deck right now, but I pulled them and got them when they were cheaper, so that's why I'm using them, but they're definitely, use them if you have them. Now the other searcher in the deck, Cyber Repair Plant, can search pretty much everything. The only thing is you have to have a Cyber Dragon in the graveyard, but other than that it can search just about anything. Your Jizukiru, it can search your turtle if you need it, whatever you want. Then you have to run 3 Machine Duplication. If you resolve this card, you basically win the duel. You just target your core, so special summon 2 Cyber Dragons from the deck, and then go off from there, linking and doing Xyz plays. 3 Called by the Grave, just to combat the hand traps in the meta right now, and you probably run these till the end of time. I'm running 2 Limiter Removal, recently off the ban list, and it's actually 3, but I probably wouldn't run it at 3, it'd be too bricky, but you can really just OTK your opponent with little to nothing with this deck if you have a Limiter Removal, just because it's that good of a card. You can turn like 4,000 damage into 8,000 damage, just like that. And then I run 2 Instant Fusion, and that's really good because you can bring out Panzer Dragon, which can be used as a level 5 for an Xyz summon or a Link material. He's also a level 5 light machine, so he's really good there. I run 1 Power Bond, and I do that because you don't use it as much because you can really get as much damage without using it, but if you see it and you have 2 Cyber Dragons, then you can also just win the duel if you use it correctly. And then 2 Overload Fusion, because it's easy to get Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, and after that you just go into Rampage Dragon and he can finish the game off from there. And I also run 2 Cyber Load Fusion. It's a really good combo when you can banish the materials with some card effect. Overload, Cyber Eltonin banishes, so does Cybernetic Overflow, and then you can follow up with a Cybernetic Fusion to use those banished materials. Now the spice card of the deck is definitely Reasoning. You have a lot of levels, 1, 2, 4, 5, and if you hit the Jizukiru also, and it just ruined their day. So it's a really fun card to play though too. I also play one Cyber Rev System, just a Monster Reborn for Cyber Dragons, and then I also play it with a Monster Reborn. And it's just extenders and getting that one more body on board. I also play 2 Cybernetic Overflows for the traps. They're good going first because Cyber Dragons don't have a lot of stuff going first. But I definitely would run at least 2, maybe not 3, but at least 2. Because it's non-targeting and does not banish as cost. And also if it gets destroyed, then you can search a spell or trap. So that's why it's also really good. Now for the extra deck, I run 2 Chimera Tech Rampage Dragons. They are the game enders. They can attack multiple times, and also when they are summoned, they can pop spells and traps on the field equal to the number of materials, and it's always going to be 2+. So that's good. And you're usually summoning these guys, and then you win the game. Run 2 Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon. Mega Fleet's really good. He can get rid of any monster in the extra monster zone, which could also be a problematic monster. And he's also really good because you can make something out of 1 Cyber Dragon instead of needing 2, which is pretty much essential to most strategies. And then Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, I run 1 of him too, just because you run a Jizukiru in the main deck, so that means that you can snatch him back up and use him as fusion material. And also if you happen to go up against a machine deck, you kind of just ruin their day and destroy them. So yeah, you just want to run him. And I run 1 Cyber Twin Dragon because he is what you're going to be summoning off of Cyber Load Fusion the most, because he can attack twice during the battle phase. Also, he's in there just in case Cyber Dragon Nova gets destroyed, because then he can be summoned directly from the extra deck. I run 1 Panzer Dragon. Panzer Dragon is your instant fusion target, and pretty much just an extender, and it's also good if you want to leave him on the board to pop a card on the field, you can, because instant fusion will destroy him at the end turn. So if you have nothing going, then you can just do that. And for the Xyz monsters, I run 2 Novas and 1 Infinity. Nova is really good because he can put out a lot of damage, especially when combined with Seeger. So you're going to want to keep him on board when you're trying to go for game or damage. And then Infinity can get rid of a lot of problematic monsters and has a negate, so he's going to be like a first turn or a main phase 2 if you didn't finish the game type deal. And then Cyber Dragon Nova also has a special summon from the graveyard, so he's really good. Now for the last Xyz monster, I run Constellar Pallades. He is a negate. Basically, he can return a card on the field to the hand, and it's not improbable to make fields with Pallades and Infinity for basically 2 negates. Now for the Link monsters, I run 1 Cyber Dragon Seeger. He's really good for pushing for game, boosting monsters. He also has protection from battle, because he can boost any monster that has more than 2100 attack. And he's also treated as Cyber Dragon, so that's really good because he can get revived by like Nova's effect and like Cyber Rev System, and then he can't be destroyed by card effects. So, and his arrows point left and down, which is perfect for Cyber Dragons, because if he gets revived, he can still summon somebody to the left of him. I also run 1 Hippo Shinigami and 1 Clifford Genius. They're both generic links for Cyber Dragons, and I think that they're pretty much a must in the deck, because you never know when you'll need a little attack boost or if you need to negate a card on the field, and you can have that versatility with these cards. And then one of the best extenders in the deck, Summon Sorceress. She is really good at extending those plays and summoning monsters right out of the deck, just to get that 1 extra material for an Xyz summon or Link summon. And she's really good because of that. Now for the side deck, it runs a lot of the same cards that Ancient Gears would run, because it is a going second deck, OTK deck. So it runs the Kaiju package, plenty of Kaijus there to get rid of problematic monsters. Also, it takes into account in case you go first, so it runs 1 Dimensional Barrier and then 2 Rivalry, just in case you need it. And then also you'll run your triple red reboot And that's just some cards that I might throw in a side deck for these guys, not a total side deck list. But so that concludes my Cyber Dragon deck profile for the February 2019 format. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.